What's going on, everybody? King of Dragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the Mattel DC Universe Classics Deathstroke. Originally released in the Solomon Grundy wave, this is actually the Deathstroke from the All-Star lineup, which consisted of Batman, Superman, Green Lantern, Joker, and of course, Deathstroke. But what we're going to do now is take a little break, get this guy posed, and we'll go on with the rest of the review. So sit tight, everyone. And here we have Deathstroke posed, ready to go, and you can see he does come with all his accessories. And one thing I do like about this figure is that we do get storage for all his accessories. Now, he does come with 5 accessories technically, but we're only going to show off 3 off the figure. Let's actually get the first one off, which is his bow staff, which is a really nice sculpt. I don't know if you guys can see, but it does have a nice texturing all throughout. So I really do like the way it looks. It is a little warped, but it can be fixed with a little hot water. His next accessory is this machine gun, which it looks pretty cool, but I would have preferred if he came with an automatic rifle, something that looked like a realistic gun. This does look like a gun, but it kind of looks like a futuristic gun, so I'm not really a fan of this mold, but it still looks good. And Deathstroke can hold it in either of his hands, so it fits in no problem. He also does have the bandolier. It is a separate accessory, but for the sake of the review, I am leaving it on right now. He also does come with a handgun, which comes out and into the holster. Has a lot of nice little details on it, and you can see the rivets are painted, so I do like that, and it is a really impressive sculpt, so they did a good job there. Unfortunately, he does not have any trigger fingers. If you wanted to cut them out, you could, but he does hold the gun relatively well in either hand. His final accessory is his broadsword, which looks really nice. And you can see I have had this figure a while, so it is scraped a little bit here and going down this side, but it looks really nice. Now, the only problem I have with it is that it doesn't really fit into his hand all too good. You can see it is relatively loose, so that is a little bit unfortunate. Excuse me. So let's actually move his accessories off so we can actually have a look at Deathstroke's details. Deathstroke is actually one of my favorite figures from the DC Universe Classics line, and you guys can see why. They did a really great job sculpting this guy. First, having a look at his face, I will say that his chin does seem a little bit long, but for what it is, it still looks really nice. From a front profile, we get this really nice image of Deathstroke. You can see even the ears are sculpted on with really nice care. His little bandana is painted and sculpted really nicely. Again, we do have this bandolier. It is a separate appliance and it does move around. We have this belt sculpted going around his left arm, which I do like that. And then we have his scale mail sculpted all throughout his torso. You can see his arms have the scale mail going through them. And they're done in this really nice metallic blue. You can even see some of the blue plastic through the wash, and it looks really nice. His utility pouches all look really nice. You can see some silver buttons right here. We have the silver on his belt buckle painted really well. Some more silver paint on his holster there. Going down, we do get that same really dark blue plastic, and you can see the buckles right here are really painted fairly well, although you can see that on mine he does have 2 of the same belts on his leg, so he has a right belt on his left leg and a right belt on his right leg. Unfortunately, I really can't do anything about that. Moving on to his pirate boots, which look really nice. You can see there is some seam work, which looks really good. We have some wrinkles all throughout. Really subtle, but it really does catch in the light, so I do like that. And then his scabbard for his sword, you can see they sculpted all this wrapping on it, so I do like that. So overall, a really, really nice figure from Mattel. Back when Mattel would make really excellent figures, I really wonder what happened, why the Mattel figures don't seem to live up to this amount of details anymore. Even the articulation on the new figures don't match this older figure, which let's actually run through that. He has a ball joint in the head. He can look down pretty well. Can't really look up all the way. You can see it is splitting the plastic as I try to lift his head up. But we do get some head tilt, so I do like that. We get left and right movement, so pretty good range of movement on the head. Arms go all the way out to the side, although this arm is a little hindered just because of this added sculpt right here on the arm, but they do go all the way out. Do a full 360. Spin at the bicep really well. Single jointed in the elbow, giving us 90 degrees. And this is where I can't figure out why Mattel can't do this anymore. We get an ab crunch that goes all the way back, and then an ab crunch that goes all the way forward. I don't know why they can't do this anymore. We do get a waist swivel here. Legs go forward to about there. They go back, and they go out surprisingly well. He has a thigh swivel right underneath these belts, so it is nicely hidden. We have a single bend in the knee, giving us 90 degrees, so I do like that. We do have a hinge in the ankle going all the way back, all the way forward, and it would have gone even further if his boot cuff wasn't right here. So overall, still a really great figure, and it's really hard for Mattel to top a figure like this. I don't know why they can't do that anymore. But anyway, what we're going to do now is take a little break, get on pose for my final thoughts, and then we'll wrap up this review. So sit tight, everyone. So here we have Deathstroke posed for my final thoughts. Overall, still to this day, a really, really well done figure. It's really hard to imagine that Mattel was able to produce quality figures like this back in the day. They are struggling to give us figures that are just as good as this Deathstroke. I haven't really seen too many modern day DC multiverse figures that can quite meet the standards of this Deathstroke, but he is an older figure, and I do understand that a different company was sculpting them. But still, really want to see Mattel go back to this type of figure because it's a really nice figure, and it's really pleasing to the eye. It has a lot of nice accessories, and, you know, it just is really pleasing to look at. It's really hard to see why the quality has shifted so much, but that's neither here nor there. Now, this Deathstroke is part of the All-Star line, and he was originally in the Series 3, which was Solomon Grundy, I believe. I don't have Solomon Grundy, unfortunately. I really want to pick him up one day. But if you're able to find this Deathstroke, definitely pick him up. To this day, I still think he is one of the best Deathstroke figures that we have, especially his classic look. I know a lot of figures are his more modern look, so there is that to contend with. But as far as classics go, this and the Icons figure are dead ringer for two figures you want to have in your collection. With that being said, guys, I'm KingofDragons 5000. Don't forget to like this figure, or like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel. Go check out all my other action figure reviews as well as my DC collections. Hopefully you find this video informative. As always, if there's a figure you would like to see me review, let me know down in the comments. And if it fits in my collection, I'll definitely have a look at it. And until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Take care, everyone.